Hey, this is Joe from Personas. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to set up parallel compression in Studio One. Real quick overview in case you don't know what parallel compression is. It's this idea of regular compression is I put a compressor on a signal, right? And I compress that signal. Sometimes, though, it can be cool to duplicate that signal, compress one of them, and then not compress the other and blend the two. So we have the sound of the compression, but we also have the sound of the uncompressed signal. It can help, especially with things like drums, where the compression is cool, but it kills a little bit of the attack and the punch of the drums, and maybe we want to blend the two together. So we have the raw, uncompressed drums mixed with the nice, heavily compressed drums. Let me show you how to do that. There's 3 different ways. These aren't the only 3 ways, but these are the 3 ways that I would do it. First, let's set up this compressor on this drum mix. Let's get something pretty aggressive. I think we can all agree that's a pretty aggressive sounding compressed sound on the drums. And what happens is that might give us some of the room sound that we want, some of that kind of extra character of the kit as it all resonates, but maybe it's a little too much. So we can either dial back the compression, go with a slower attack and things like that, completely legit, or we could try blending the two with what's called parallel compression. So the first way to do this is to use the stock compressor in Studio One and simply bring down the mix knob. This behaves the same way a mix knob does on a reverb plugin or a delay plugin or delay pedal, where it's giving me the blend between the dry signal, which is 0%, and the compressed signal, which is 100%. So if I pull this down to like 50, we should go from hearing all compressed to hearing half compressed and half uncompressed. Now, if I turn that on and off, you can hear it's not the same thing as not compressed or fully compressed. It's kind of an in-between sort of sound. So that's the first and probably simplest way to do parallel compression in Studio One, and you can set that mix knob to any number. It doesn't have to be 50-50. The second way to do parallel compression allows us to have 2 faders, one for the non-compressed sound and one for the compressed sound. We do that using a pre-fader send. So if I come over here to the send section on this drum bus, and I choose, actually let's do it this way. Let's right-click and choose Add a Bus Channel. And we'll call this D-comp for drum comp. And let's put this compressor on that instead. By the way, if you didn't know, you can move plugins by dragging them and then holding down, let's see which one is it, holding down Option on the Mac, and that will move the plugin instead of copying it, which is the default mode. And we're going to set this compressor to 100% because I want all the compressed signal to be on this second fader here and the original here. Now all we have to do is use this send section to send it to this D-comp bus. And we want to do a couple of extra things. We want to click this button here that turns it into a pre-fader send, which means no matter what I do with the original fader, it's going to send the same steady signal to this compressor. And then I also want to command click or control click on the PC on this to have it sending at a level of 0, meaning it's sending the full signal. It's not turning it up or down. It's just basically sending a copy of this entire drum mix over to this bus. Now, if we listen to just this bus by itself, we should hear a pretty heavily compressed drum sound. And then if we listen to just this one, we should hear just the uncompressed drums. Now, a reason you might want to do this is maybe you want to have these available on faders, so you could pull this one down, you could listen to your mix, and you could slowly bring in how much of the compressed drum sound that you want, like this. And then you can take it even a step further now. You could do something like, say, I like the compressed sound. Maybe it's muddying up my low end a little bit, so I'm going to put a Pro EQ on the compressed one and just roll off some of the low end. So I'm just hearing the higher frequencies on the compressed sound, and the low frequencies are only on the uncompressed sound. I wouldn't say that sounds particularly good, but you get the idea of that particular application. So this would be the more complicated way to pull this off. Let me now show you the third way, which is my favorite way, and that is to use the splitter tool. So I'm going to drag this back onto the original channel. I'm going to delete this bus because I don't need it anymore. I don't need this send either, but what I do need is splitter. So we can find splitter over in our plugin list, and I'm going to drag splitter in here above the compressor, and then I'm going to, when the window pops up, I'm going to drag the compressor to one side. So if we double click, we can see all of our settings are the same that they were before, and if we click this little routing button here, or if we just double click on the splitter, we can get back to this splitter section. And what the splitter does is essentially the same thing we just did with our buses, but it's doing it on the channel itself inside of the inserts or plugin section, and it makes things a lot cleaner. So now I literally have the signal going through the compressor and not the compressor. So if I hit play right now, it should sound the same as when we had the compressor at 50/50, or the same as when we had two separate faders, each set to the same amount. And what's cool about splitter is we have these mini faders in here, so I can still adjust the amount of the compressed side if I want. And what's cool about this is now, let's say maybe I don't want to use the stock compressor, but I want to use something like Fat Channel and one of those compressors. I can do that now because I'm using the splitter to split the signal and to accomplish the parallel processing that I'm looking for. What do I mean by that? I mean, you'll notice that the compressor plugin here, we have a mix knob on it, right? So you can do the parallel right away. That's the fastest way to accomplish it. The Fat Channel, however, is a lot more involved and does not have its own mix function. Or maybe you have a favorite compressor that you love, but it doesn't have a mix function. Well, now you can use any plugin you have and mix and blend between the dry signal and the quote wet or compressed or affected signal by using splitter. So I can turn this compressor off. I can go nuts with this compressor. Let's put all the buttons in. Let's just go crazy. And now I've got dry signal coming on the left-hand side, and then the fully compressed Fat Channel signal on the right-hand side. And I can blend between them. I can put a whole string of plugins here if I want to, and then it all comes back together and joins. One thing to keep in mind, the splitter has a couple different modes. The way it's working right now is just a perfect split. Everything goes to the left, everything goes to the right. It's not a panning thing. It's not panned left and right. It's just literally, visually, it's as if this fader's here and this fader's here. We can do a channel split where it sends the left signal of a stereo signal here and the right signal there. But for parallel processing, we want to stick with normal here. We can also adjust muting each side here and those fader levels. If we want to do it this way, that might be a little bit easier. And by the way, in Studio One, whenever you want to take something back to its default setting, let's say you brought this back up and you're like, well, I just want it to be 0. Instead of doing this game where you're trying to get it just right, just command click on it or control click on the PC, it'll go right back to 0. By the way, that works for faders as well. Bam. All right, that's it for this video. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe. We've got a lot more videos like this designed to help you get the most out of Studio One. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.